Good afternoon, parents. You mentioned that I am Byron Pettis. I'm the director of the Military and Veterans Center. I am a Marine Corps veteran and a UIW alumni. So just by a quick show of hands, how many parents are planning on using any type of VA benefits to help out their students? Boom, boom. I think I talked to a lot of y'all already. So we're going to keep this real way top type stuff here. So, all right, what do we do? We obviously service all those VA benefits for all of our veterans and their dependents that are eligible for those. We also process all of our active duty tuition assistance benefits as well. We do need documentation before we start processing those benefits here at UIW. Most of your students will either be using the post 9/11 GI Bill, which pays tuition and fees directly to the school, or the Chapter 35 Dependents Education Assistance Program, which pays a monthly stipend for that to help offset some of these costs. We do not accept payable here at the University of North Word because we are a private institution.
Microphone.
What's that?
Microphone.
Okay. So we do not accept payable because that is only for state-funded schools. All right. On this little QR code here, this is where you'll see all the required documents we need for each different chapter of VA benefit. So I'll let you go ahead and scan that and move it right along here in a second. All right, we do offer an Army and Air Force ROTC program here. This is the contact information for both those different branches. If your students are interested, ROTC is a great way to have funding for school. If they are accepted and contracted by either one of the branches, they can have up to a 3-year or 2-year scholarship. So that's 2 years or 3 years that you won't have to pay for the tuition. All right, so our office is located right in this building, Student Engagement Center, room 3021, which is directly above us right here. Our office hours are Monday through Friday, 8 through 5. We also offer Zoom appointments, and we have office hours that we run Monday through Friday, 10 through 12. So somebody will always be on there to talk, okay, if you've got any questions. And that's all I've really got. So with that, we'll go ahead and bring up the panel.
All right, big round of applause. Thank you, Byron. Yes, we're going to bring up our panelists. They're going to come to the stage. If you have any questions, raise your hand so we can get a microphone to your table. Again, you heard from Financial Aid, Business Office, and the Military and Veterans Center. We have a question right there in the back.
I think this is going to go to everybody, one way or the other. Military side. Wait, I'll get back to you. Scholarships, and they come to UIW, paid to the order of UIW in care of the student, correct?
Yes, and a lot of times they'll either include something on the check stub that tells us the student's name and ID number, or it'll be in the memo, or they'll have a letter attached to it. If they send it to your house, just bring it to us and make sure we have your ID number.
Right, and then so if that student has already got their tuition paid for, does that balance now go to the budget office to be a check sent to the student?
In most cases, yes.
Or direct deposit?
Yeah. In most cases, yes. We very rarely have to reduce other things to make room for that scholarship, but regardless of where money is coming from, it all has to fit into the maximum aid the student is allowed to have. We'll always reduce loans first before we start touching anything else, but there are cases where we might have to reduce something. But if we don't have to, we're just going to put that straight through, and if everything's already been paid, you're going to refund.
Okay, great.
If you are receiving VA benefits, though, there are specific restrictions on what can and can't go on top of VA, so we'll have to take that into account. Basically, VA requires that they be last payer. So anything that is restricted to tuition and fees, such as money you're getting directly from UIW, has to go to the invoice first before we bill VA. With outside scholarships, if they don't specifically say that it has to go to tuition and fees, then it's allowed on top.
Okay, and then on the VA side, with having a payment plan, we all know that the VA and payment of GI bills is usually delayed. So does the payment plan still have to be set up even though they've been approved for either post 9/11 or DEA?
Yes. So we're gonna bill the VA office, the VA after the add drop date for the term. So the VA's payments are usually not gonna come in till usually right around that 1 month mark. So, and then once they do come in, any aid that's still, in excess will be refunded.
Okay, great, thank you.
Table 3. So my question is about the insurance. Do they have to have insurance to come to the school?
Yes. Every student
Health insurance?
at full-time status does have to have insurance in order to attend UIW.
Okay, and then
So
also,
if the student doesn't have their own personal health insurance, they cannot waive the school's health insurance. So it's required that they have health insurance. So if they don't have it, they'll have to use the schools.
and then my next question is, if he got an extra scholarship from his high school, does that already reflect on your record?
Probably not unless we've actually received the check from the high school. So do you know if they're sending it to us or to him? Yeah, the high school would have to tell you. Most of the time, I've noticed that high schools will send the check to the student and the student brings it to us, but it just depends on the high school.
Table 35.
Hi, my question is around on-campus housing and off-campus. I think our record indicates that he's going to be on campus, but he's actually going to be staying off-campus. And then some of the scholarships that we were awarded here says that it's contingent on him being on campus. How do we rectify, or how do we change that?
Either email us or come by while you're here today and let us know, and we'll go ahead and make the adjustments. Most of the time, it doesn't make a huge change with your aid offer. We'll just take a look and see what we need to do.
Question right here, table 7.
About the insurance, you said he doesn't have his own personal, he's on our insurance, that's okay, right?
And that's okay. Like if they're on that's what we mean by personal is on whether it's, the parent, now in the insurance waiver, they do have to submit a copy of their insurance card. So we've had students try to waive like our own, they'll go in and use Wellfleet, but they can't waive our insurance. So if they're on yours, they can waive it.
Yeah, we did that earlier, we brought them and put in our insurance card.
Yeah,
I
so
just wanted
you're
to
the
make
policy
sure.
holder, so it's your information. Yeah.
Okay.
So whoever the parent is and the policy holder, they would put their information on there.
Okay.
Table 8.
Hi, I have a college athlete that's receiving an athletic scholarship and also an academic. So for the parking fee, does that go towards is that like added to the invoice, or does that have to be paid separately?
You can have it added to the invoice, but athletic scholarships are not allowed to cover parking. So it would depend on what other aid they have, because the academic scholarship is tuition only,
Okay.
and then the athletic scholarship goes next, but we're not allowed to cover parking
Okay,
with
so
that.
that has to be paid by the county.
Mhm.
Okay, just wanted to.
Unless you have like federal aid that you're getting on top of that.
Got it.
We have any other questions out there? Don't be shy.
Over here, table 4.
We have a question at table 4. Can we get a microphone to the front? We also have a question in the back by table.
My son, his father is retired military, and he's getting direct deposits monthly from DFAS. Do we put that information in for his, payment balances, or does it need to be transferred to him and come from one of us? Can it come directly from DFAS?
I don't believe so.
Okay,
Yeah,
it has to go to the
it'll
second
have to-
person?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect, so it can just get transferred to us and then sent to him?
Yeah.
We have a question over here in the back.
On the college work study program, are those jobs guaranteed? And what is the minimum wage, or what is the wage for the students?
They are not guaranteed. They will go to the job site and look at the openings and apply just like they would with a regular job, and then they'll get paid every 2 weeks like a normal job. Minimum for an undergraduate student is 11. I think the maximum is $13.50 an hour.
Would those go through to the tuition if they were an unpaid balance, or?
No, it does not automatically go towards tuition. Can they still do that if they want to? Yeah, they can set it up with the business office if they want it to go to the balance, but otherwise it's your pizza and shampoo money, so you don't have to keep asking mom for money. We had another question at table 7 as well.
Where do we go from C, which, jobs are available?
So if you go to the financial aid page and click on work study, one of the first links on the page is the job search site.
In addition to that, if the student is using VA educational benefits, they are eligible for federal VA work study. That is minimum wage at $7.25 an hour, just FYI.
We have a question, table 21.